All right, good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, December 14th, 2023. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happened here yesterday. Finally getting some crazy movement. And let's go down. Beautiful rally off the FOMC announcement yesterday. And let's take a look here. So market opened up. We talked about seeing the signs for a potential pullback. Of course, I always have to qualify that with we don't know how far the pullback's going to, get to. All right, we know there was a clue for a pullback. It was pulling back out of the open. And then we found support pretty much right off of the overnight or the previous daily resistance here from the day before. So we had this major rejection right around 46.97.75, and out of the open, market sold off just a couple ticks in front of there, bounced up, and this is where I tried a short to see if we could get a push down to at least 96. I was taking profit at 98 because of that previous swing, and the market only came right to 46.98. All right, there's the swing from the day before there, and we came down right to it. Right, so I warned you guys that when I got short, it might only get to 98, and that might be as far as we get, and then it's going to start the rally that we were expecting. So that's where I took profit. That's where we got short, and then the whole thing started to bounce out of there. Interestingly enough, again, right off that previous resistance. So gave you that level to you guys just after the market opened. We bounced from there, and then we got a nice rally right up to in front of our scaffolding. Now, I believe someone in the room ended up getting long as we were breaking back out, which I think was a really good trade, but the market didn't go anywhere. And as you can see, it was down, up, then down again, faking the bears out as we were breaking through the lows of the morning session. And then the news hit, the FOMC announcement hit, and the whole thing just started rallying like crazy. So essentially the low of the day yesterday was our first roadmap level. I gave you guys this in our report, 46.96 quarter, and they came down right to 46.96.75. And interestingly enough, that's exactly where the scene of the crime was for this gigantic rally. Okay, so let's take a look. There's really not much to say here. I mean, the whole thing just started ripping higher. There were plenty of opportunities to get long off our aggressive moving average. Remember, in aggressive markets, typically we see the price rally and hold the top end of the fast moving average, and then vice versa on the rallies lower. So great opportunities to get long all the way out. Got a pullback right to the 200, textbook pullback, and then again rode the FMA all the way up. Now, all of our roadmap levels to the upside, they just disrespected, just went right through them because it was, again, just a unidirectional rally. So we had areas of expected resistance, but as you can see, they kind of just cut through almost all of them, right? So they went right through each of these roadmap levels, and then, not too interestingly, did peter out and actually chop right between these two areas. These are very, very important support and resistance levels, and so not surprising that it petered out for a little bit right in between them, and then we popped up and pulled back right off the next area. So it didn't hold to the tick, but essentially came right up into this next major support and resistance area, and then we got the biggest pullback of the day. All right, when it started pulling back, you had a good opportunity to do that textbook tag of the 200 after the crossover here, and you would have got yourself a little, about 5, 6, 7, 8 point push. All right, they bounced again right around our scaffolding, or right around our support and resistance, and then attempted to go ahead and rally back out, but petered out right around 47.60, our next roadmap level. So the low of the day yesterday was our roadmap level to the bottom end, 46.96 quarter, and the high of the day was just a couple points from our scaffolding up here. So I still think pretty interesting, and then the pullback was right to the previous scaffolding that we had just kind of ripped out from. So that's how it went yesterday. Plenty of opportunities to get long in this whole rally. And then we opened last night and continued to push. So I actually was doing a webinar with you guys, I think, and we pulled back and we were right at the 200. And I think I was attempting to show you guys how you place trades with NinjaTrader, and it closed right as we tested the 200. If you would have bought through the close and into the open of the Globex, it just popped right from there. So we held the 200 and then held the pullback to the VWAP and have been continuing to rally all night. So a really good opportunity, even if you didn't just stay long through the close, right off the VWAP here on the pullback, right? So you could have got in last night, one single trade, zero risk, and you'd be up about 20 points right now, just over 20 points. And interestingly enough, we come right into our roadmap level, 47.77, and we've just been petering out here. And then in the overnight session, we're finally recovering once again. So the bears tried to pull things back. Nothing too sexy in here. It was just very choppy. We did hold the roadmap level to the tick on a lot of these tests from the bottom end and the top end, but nothing too sexy going on in the overnight session after the initial rally. And then finally we had the news release here at 5:30 Pacific here this morning, and now we're continuing to rally. So pretty nice stuff going on for the bulls right now. Let's go ahead and jump up to the higher time frames